Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Eric Bellinger right here with the beautiful Jen DeLeon.
Okay, so before we get started, do you remember our interview from 2 years ago?
Yes.
And it was called 5 Things You Should Never Do in Bed. So since we're not going in that route, I'm going to play this for everybody so we can see what you said 2 years ago and then get into our actual interview.
All right.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Eric Bellinger, chilling right here, Ski Lounge. Real comfortable, real chill here. They got a lot of ladies running around here, nothing on. It's incredible. So if you're not here, you wish you was here. But I'm gonna make y'all feel apart. We're gonna do the 5 things that you should never do in bed.
2 years ago?
2 years ago.
This ain't the worst, you know what I mean? So we at 5. This is cuddle. You know what I mean? I do the arm around.
You're like married now. That's why this
I
is
know,
perfect because
that's
I'm like, we're going to talk
crazy.
about
Side.
I was in a whole
the
nother
leg
vibe.
lift, knee lock. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure when you're doing the cuddling, you're doing it right. But at the same time, you got to get in and you got to get out of it. So now we're going to do number 4. This is tricky as well. If you're in a relationship,
Hey, I was a young buck.
If you're doing your stuff, this definitely applies to you.
This is so funny.
No names. Keep it clean. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to say the wrong thing. It's bad for you. You know what I mean? So make sure you don't say no names.
I
You
forgot
just hit 'em
about
with
all
the
of
baby.
this.
I did
And I'm
too.
like, we
You hit
have
'em with
to.
the boo. You hit them with the bait. You know what I'm saying? It's real simple. No names. Number 3, you can't ask for kids. You gotta leave the kids in the nursery. Build a
Look at the
You gotta
Yo,
nursery.
look at my face.
So basically, you can't
I know, that's what I want.
It's like, it's the head
Well, no,
is big,
see,
the whole vibe.
Yeah, that's what
The
we're
whole
gonna,
vibe is just a different vibe.
No, so now it's gonna be a whole inspiring. This won't be in our video. I just want them to sit 2 years ago, and then now we're gonna talk about actual like family life. Like it's not
That's
like that anymore.
crazy.
No kids. Number two, check this out.
Crazy. Is it
You
loop?
don't want to be too loud. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's
You don't
going from
wanna-
5
You know
to
what I'm
2.
saying?
Yeah.
Like it's one thing to get into it, to be passionate. You know what I mean? The girls, you know, with the moles, with the little squeaks, with the little whispers. You know what I'm saying? That's good. But when you get too loud and you get too extra out, it's like turn up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, turn that down for me. Hey, chill that out a little bit. You know what I mean? You want to do your thing, but if she's too loud, you know, you got.
I don't know what number 1 is.
You
but
got
that should be our business.
roommates, possibly potential clients. If you at work, you never know. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that
Nah.
you keep it to a minimum.
2 years ago.
Be cool, absolutely cool. You know what I'm saying? So if the girl's not responding, fellas, and she's still loud, she's still sloppy with it, this is an R&B 101. You know what I'm saying? If you on top, you in there deep, you get real close, you look her dead in her eyes, you do the joint, but you put it on her lips. Right? So that's R&B. I'm not even supposed to tell y'all on this. Usher, I told you, like, you know what I mean? Hit me like, hey, with all the secrets, but
Yeah, these secrets is out.
y'all listening, y'all supporting. So y'all get exclusive info, exclusive content when you rock this movie, all right? Number 1.
Oh, shit, that
Definitely
wasn't
don't
no-
want to do this. This is usually probably done by the people with no swag. So after you finish, you roll over, you look at her in the eye and you say, so how was it? You definitely don't want to say how was it. If you was good, you'll know you was good. You'll see her shaking. You know what I'm saying?
You'll
You'll know
see
you
her
was shaking. If it wasn't good, then you don't ask. You just kind of let it come up if it comes up. Otherwise, you just got to walk around like, I just killed that. You know what I mean? Ask. Most likely it wasn't good. Let her tell you. You know what I mean? Usually you just want to get in, you want to get out, and you want her, you know what I'm saying? Woo! You want her doing all that.
Woo! You put woo with the
But yeah, holla at your boy, man. It's Eric Bellinger.
with the exclamation point.
Did you guys like that interview?
Oh man,
That was
that's crazy.
so. That was our interview from 2 years ago, and obviously, okay, you guys saw the funny round, the more fun one. So this time, I really want to do the more inspirational. So first, what was your reaction seeing that from literally it's February 13, 2014 when we aired that?
Wow. So looking at that, you know, I was just like, wow. What was I wearing? what was I? You know, and I understand that's where I was at. You know what I mean? Like in all of my songs, like everything that I write is usually where I'm at. So that seemed like that was probably like around Choose Up season days. You know what I'm saying? With the, you know what I'm saying? You know, get in, get out swag.
And
you
the
know, and the
sh-
that was the real Choose Up season vibes.
Okay, so I want to talk about, so I do this thing called life lessons, and it's always about what lesson you learned in life that you'd want to pass along to your fans. So I chose different categories just based off of just knowing you the past couple of years. So first, I want to congratulate you, your marriage and your gorgeous wife.
Thank
so
you.
what is a lesson you learned about being a husband and being married, and then from where you were back then when you were single? Like, one, how did you guys even meet?
Okay, so we met actually in like 2002. I was in a singing group called Anu. She was in a singing group called ISIS. And we had the same manager, so we was like, you know, doing shows together and stuff like that. But she's a lot older than me, so, you know, when I was trying to, back then it was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, go sit down somewhere, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, time passed, you know what I'm saying? I would always see her around because we all from LA. And then just as of recently, you know, when we kind of reconnected, I just shot my shot, you know, and it was like, yo, I'm doing my thing now. So you're gonna have to kind of put some respect on my name a little bit. So, you know, from then on, we just kind of went crazy, and it happened real fast. But a lesson that I would say that I learned is just to follow your heart. You know what I'm saying? Do whatever you feel you want to do. You know, a lot of, you know, conversations and things and decisions that I was going through during the process while considering being an R&B singer, you know what I'm saying? Like that was a big thing, like, you know, but for me it was just like, man, I'm happy, you know, she make me happy, she make me feel like I don't, you know what I mean, need to get a standing ovation out from a crowd because she's, you know, making me feel that same kind of love just right here at the crib. So I just followed my heart, and through it all, I've just been happy and getting happier and happier and happier throughout the entire process.
What advice do you have for people when it comes to relationships and marriage and outside of following your heart? Like maybe there's people like how did you know she was the one? I think that a lot of people, they don't know that. They're like, oh, this person's the one, but you know that's really not the one.
Right.
So it's like, how do you know?
I mean, for me, it was like, first off, I knew I had seen her. You know, I had been seeing her. She was familiar. And this is, you know, for the past like 12 years already. So, you know, it's tough out here because I was meeting a lot of new people, and it was like, I didn't know them. Yeah. You know, I didn't feel like a connection like past Greystone, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like a thing where it was memories automatically, you know what I'm saying, mixed with her love for God, like who she is with God and her relationship with God. And it just makes it so much more of a prize to me, you know, because I'm not just following her, I'm following God through her as well.
Definitely. Okay, and then now you guys also have like the cutest son. I watch all your snaps. I'm like, you should just make him a snap. So what have you how has being a father changed you as a person?
You know, it's really made me really like stay on track. If I'm out, you know, at the studio, or if I'm out on a tour, or if I'm out doing a show out of town, it's like, yeah, I go do what I gotta do. I go work, but when the work is finished, you know what I'm saying? That's it, you know what I mean? I'm kind of like, it makes me just weed out the importance versus the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
okay, I don't need to be doing that. And it just kind of makes my whole life have more purpose. When I'm on the road, I'm out there doing something. When I'm back at home, I'm spending time with him, and I get to be in the studio.
Do you guys want to have more kids?
Definitely.
Do you want a girl?
Yeah, I want a girl.
You do want a girl?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk. So Choose Up and the Eric B for President, what's going to be the main difference that people will hear in this music that they have? Yeah.
So I think, you know, with all of the, you know, different sounds that I've experienced and like tried, and like from like you said, the Choose Up season to where I'm like out here in the dating world, and you got cuffing season, and you know, it's cuffing through all seasons. And now it's like, okay, let's get back to just making music that I love, making music like I like to turn up, making music that, you know, is hip hop, but it's still urban, but it's still commercial, but it's still R&B, you know. I really take pride in, you know, being able to get all those different types of sounds and make it into a big gumbo, and you hear so many different sounds in my music. So, you know, with Eric B for President, I just looked at it like I'm running for president, the highest office in the country, and this is what I have to show for it. This is my resume. This is my campaign. This is my, you know, beliefs, you know, in a sense. So it's like you got your turn-up songs, you got your club songs, you got your, you know, at the crib songs, you got your bedroom songs, you got, you know, the I Made It songs, the I'm Here Now songs. So it's just an overall body of work that I would say, listen to that, and I'm willing to see what you think about that.
I liked what you said when you said back then now you're right. You said you're making songs and writing songs that you just enjoyed making. So can you talk a little bit? There's a lot of artists where sometimes they feel like they have to, and even outside of artists, you feel like you have to do something that the world has already approved, and you have to do what fits. So can you talk a little bit on that?
Definitely. I think for me, I get to have a little bit more fun because I know people are counting on me to come with something a little bit crazier because they look to me as a writer first. You know, they know me from those type of songs. So it's like, okay, for these records, I gotta figure out what to do. I look at myself as the source. I look at myself as I can never copy, you know what I'm saying, anybody, because, you know, I want to be the example. I want to be what Brandy was on Full Moon for this generation, you know, to me, what Brandy was to me, and what, you know, Kim Burrell's Everlasting Life album, like these are projects that I was able to study and listen to over and over again and learn harmonies and learn different cadences and how to jump in and out of certain transitions, you know. So with my music, I look at it like I have to be the one that's carving new grounds, that's creating new boundaries with melodies and all that type of stuff.
Okay. So I have a couple questions from fans. Okay, this one came from Erica. How did you come up with your son's name, and also will you be mine?
So Elysha actually is the brother to Elijah in the Bible, and Elysha was the brother that, you know, they kind of said he had like a double portion of anointing, and like, you know, just had a double portion spirit, just like double blessings, double favor, and you know, with me feeling like the most blessed person ever, and you know, having Lamaya, who's such a strong, you know what I'm saying, champion herself, it's like, yo, he's a double portion, you know what I mean? And we kind of just ran with that. And then Rich, it's like Rich just means so many things, you know what I mean? Rich in heart, rich in character, rich in money, rich in spirit, and you know, that's it. So Elysha Rich. And yeah, I'm yours all the time. You know what you mean?
Brene asked, are you planning on going on another U.S. tour?
Yeah, definitely. I'm thinking like maybe around November we'll start the U.S. tour. About to head out tomorrow to overseas. So by this time this is out, I'll probably be like in London or something like that. But yeah, man, definitely gonna, you know, as soon as I hit the States again, you know,
Where's your favorite place to tour at, or your favorite spot to stop at?
In the States?
Or overall, anywhere.
Nah, I really like performing right here. I really like performing on the West Coast. You know, the love that I get from here, and, you know, the Bay, Arizona, like all these cities, it's like, that's who's making me. You know, I look at it like I'm still growing. I'm still, you know what I'm saying, gaining fans, but my city and my, you know, coast, I really feel the love, and they really go hard for me. They really come out when it's a show, whatever it is, and, you know, the shows be crazy.
Okay. Sabrina asked, when did you realize you wanted to make your own music instead of writing for other artists?
I feel like midway through, it was like, okay, like when I was turning in the demos for the other artists, you know, A&Rs would hear it and be like, okay, why you not trying to put this out, or would you not, you know? And I just looked at it like, man, I'm just writing, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what my lane is, because I started off like the singing groups, and then, you know, I did the writing, and then it's like my artistry. So I've played all sides of the fence when it comes to the music business, and, you know, after a while it was like, might as well give it a shot, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know if it was time yet, you know what I mean? But I'm glad that I did, because the more I started putting energy into my artistry, the bigger I, you know, saw it started to become.
Cameron asked, why did you decline the offer to USC for football?
So that's a touchy one, you know, for me. When I watch football games or whatever, I still feel a certain emotion, you know, just because I miss it. But, you know, at the time I had a injury as well, you know, so it was like, okay, I can go to the rehab and I can try to get my knee back together, or I can take this deal. You know, I had an offer at the same time, so it was like, let me see what this music is talking about, and I immediately got a deal and signed to Epic Records in 6 months. So it was like, all right. And I was on tour immediately with Ashanti, so I was like, all right, we might be all right.
Okay. The last fan question was from Jennifer, and she asked, what inspired you to get into the music industry?
So what inspired me, I feel like I started off, like, growing up, only wanted to play football. Like, I never wanted to do music, but I could always sing. You know, my mom and, you know, dad would always have me singing in church. Like, since I was 3 years old, you know, I was really just singing. But I was going against it with the football, you know, like, and then I went on an audition. That was to be in that group. Yeah. And it was like, might as well give it a shot, you know, like, I just figured it out, and along the way, it just got kind of crazy. Okay.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to coming on the set, answering fan questions, and congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
Well, when you're back in tour, I'm sure everybody will be there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.